Alright guys, so a kind of quiet trade deadline for the Knicks, but stop freaking out. Let's put this all into context. Let's run the video. I want to talk about it.
Take notes.
Big Beach! We're here.
My man Alan Houston.
It's different this time.
What's up guys? Terry and Trey today. The Knicks didn't do much of the trade deadline. Terrence Ferguson, I think a second round pick. Vincent Poirier from France, played with Frank in FIBA. Small moves. Ferguson's interesting. I've liked him for a while. Hasn't been playing much recently, but a couple years ago he looked promising, crazy athletic. We'll see. I want to talk about the bigger point about today. A lot of people are really upset that the Knicks did not make a move to maybe solidify their player position or give Randall more help, right? We didn't get involved with we were talking. We didn't make a real commitment to Alonzo. We didn't go for Oladipo. We didn't do this, that, or the other. Maybe we make a move for Drummond. We'll see. We have the cap room to do it if the buyout happens, and the buyout's about to happen. My point is this. Calm down. Have some patience. I know saying have patience again feels like it's the fourth year in a row of saying it, because we've been patient, I guess, since 2017. Because 2017 was all set up for 2019, and 2019 didn't happen, and then 2021 was supposed to be a big thing, and then that didn't happen. Though the summer's coming up, we'll make some moves. I know it feels like it's been this long journey of the Knicks doing the exact opposite of what we did from 2000 to 2010. Which is us being super aggressive, making too many moves, being really impatient, and just making trade after trade after trade, always thinking win now. Now it seems like the Knicks are the exact opposite, right? Where people feel like we're sitting too pat, we're being too calm, we're being too reserved. I see people on Twitter calling the front office frauds, etc., etc. Put this into context. We are the biggest turnaround in the NBA. We are 22-22. I predicted we would go 30-42, and that was honestly, out of all the people I heard or spoke to, that was the most positive prediction around. And even then, I thought maybe it would happen if we made a trade or something. We are having the best season we've had in 8 years. This front office, no matter what you think of the trades and what you wanted to happen or didn't happen, and it's not like the clock's running out. We have this summer coming up. They hired Leon Rose. They hired Johnny Bryant. They hired Kenny Payne. These are guys that teams want to hire now for full-time positions as full-time head coaches. They hired Brock Aller, right? They hired Tibbs, who's a coach of the year candidate. I know Julius Randle has been going off, and full props to Randle, full props to RJ for getting better, because they both improved a lot, and that was internal. That's their motivation. They deserve credit. But they did not do this by themselves. It's the entire thing working in unison. Leon Rose doing everything he's doing behind the scenes, getting in this staff. Getting staff is part of being a president. It's part of running an organization. It's not just about the trades. Obviously, we didn't make any big moves. We didn't make big substantial things, and other teams did. But you have to remember, we are 22-22 in a season people thought we'd finish with 20 wins. If I told you 4 or 5 months ago that the Knicks, come March 2021, are going to have a coach of the year candidate, the most improved player of the year candidate, RJ Barrett taking a serious leap forward and be a top, for most of the season so far, be a top 7 seed in the Eastern Conference in March 25th. You would have been like, I'm taking that 10 times out of 10. So we're at this point. Obviously, we're going to adjust expectations, especially in the summer and moving ahead. We now see what we have. But this doesn't mean that right now, this deadline is the death of everything. Let it pass. Lonzo did not get traded, which is a great thing. The fact that he did not get traded means we're going to have a chance to go at him this summer. So let that happen. Have a little bit more patience. I know it feels like it's been so long since the Knicks have done anything substantial. But I'm telling you, I believe it's a blessing in disguise. I do not think these guys are the guys to rush into anything stupidly. All they've done so far, and I know Obi may not have been the best pick, but we'll see. They got IQ. You know, even then, they got the steal of the draft. All they've done so far is show us that within a year of taking over, we're now surpassing expectations and actually winning basketball games and being relevant in the NBA again and being competitive and having competency and having a better rep around the league. This is actually happening. Judge them on their work. If the summer comes by and I see us have a passive summer, not do much, and kind of just run it out again with not much improvement, then I will be more inclined to be a little bit more aggressive regarding what the front office is doing. But as of right now, this trade deadline was not the end of it. Look at the season we're having. We're saying constantly, my God, it's the most fun Knicks team in forever. Maybe for the front office, they expected this to be a foundational year, and they're probably surprised at how well we're playing, and they're thinking, you know what? I know there's upgrades you can make, but you got to keep these guys together, see what happens this year, and then make some changes in the offseason. I am reserving any anger for the offseason. I think I'm not happy, I'm not overjoyed, but I'm content, right? These guys aren't gods, but they're not the devil yet. Let's see what happens. Let them prove themselves either way before we're like judging the front office and going crazy because they didn't do everything we wanted at the deadline. I'm fine with it. We play the Bulls tonight. Let's get back to winning like we did not the Bulls. We play the Wizards tonight. So let's just get back to it. I think Rose is still out, so we'll see what happens. As for the guys we got, like I said, T-Ford, pretty athletic. Poirier, I watched with Frank for France. I watched a lot of those games. He's a decent player. Hasn't done much in the NBA, but I do like what he brings around the rim. Defensively, sometimes he's also pretty athletic. I think he's the kind of guy that could be a fan favorite, but I don't think he's going to matter much. But another big body in the playoffs. We'll see how they use him. Take care, guys. Peace. Let me know what you think of the free agency. I'm telling you guys, be the free agency, the trade deadline. Be calm. Be calm. This is not the end. We're having a good season. Things are not that bad. Peace.